listen to this, man. He got some good news for you. Hey, everybody, gather near. The doctor's in the house, so lend him your ear. The things he could say might even make your day. He might even help your pain go away. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. I'm sure he can tell you just what to do. The doctor is in the house.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor is in the house. Welcome to today's episode number 637. Do you believe that? I want to talk a little bit about an epidemic that you don't even know about. Why are we seeing people getting sick so young? This isn't normal. This is accelerated decline biologically. It's happening. It's been quietly put aside. It's been systematic and it's predictable. And we're going to talk about why. A recent episode this week wants to have me emphasize why what I talk about emergency and trauma care in the United States. It's the best in the world. A person I know very well has some chest pain. A person that works out in great shape, young, but within an hour had 2 stents in this left anterior descending artery. It now has a shot at leading a normal life. And this is why I always tell you, if there's something emergency that seems out of nothing's right, don't be afraid to use the system. They are really great. The system is great at treating emergencies. Where they fail is treating chronic diseases. So with that in mind, let's talk a little bit today about this hidden epidemic, and because we can't ignore it anymore. And I'll give you a little look at what we will be doing next year. So Americans are getting sick earlier, not just older adults, not just chronically ill, but people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Many of them have been following the advice they were given. This isn't normal aging. This is accelerated biological decline, and it's happening quietly, systematically, and predictably. So you say, Dr. Ron, why is that? Well, it's a pattern that no one wants to name. Why are we seeing it earlier? Well, let's talk about what we see earlier. We see fatigue. We see metabolic diseases. And I've just done a 2-part series. We see a lot of neuropathy, cognitive slowing. We see people with balance problems and tendencies. We see people having muscle weakness. And polypharmacy is starting earlier in life when people are taking 2, 3, 4, 5 more drugs. I've talked about the life expectancy in the United States. It's going backwards. It's stalled. Not because we lack technology or money, but because biology is being undermined. The question is not what disease someone has. The question is why the body is failing earlier. Why is this happening earlier than previous generations? It's not genetic. You know what it is? It's environmental, it's metabolic, and it's medical. By the way, if you subscribe to my Substack page called Dr. Ron, you will see my recent Substack was on conditions and disorders and diseases that are frequently iatrogenic. They are injuries of the medical system itself. In fact, iatrogenic illnesses are among the leading causes of morbidity and mortality. And if you read that Substack, and I'll probably put that into a podcast, we talk about medication, how that affects your body, both your nervous system, psychiatric system, your endocrine, metabolic system, your heart, your gut, your kidneys, your liver, and things that can happen from procedures and devices And of course, we always have to have polypharmacy because that drives a lot of syndromes, especially in elderly. So that's on my Substack page called Dr. Ron. I think you will enjoy that. But now let's get back to the real drivers of early decline. Number one has to be ultra-processed food. Food that no longer feeds the mitochondria, but instead drives inflammation, insulin resistance, and oxidative stress. You cannot feel good without active mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell. Those of you who follow me know that I believe in being a mitochondriac. Be passionate about keeping your mitochondria healthy. So that's number one, ultra-processed food. The second is a circadian rhythm disruption. Artificial light, especially at night, that exposure to the screen leads to poor sleep. This damages your hormonal timing. It damages your repair of your immune system, and it damages the cellular energy production. Number three, I'd have to put down the sedentary biology. What is that? Your muscles are an endocrine organ. Loss of strength means loss of metabolic control, loss of balance, and loss of your independence. Number four, I'd have to put down is environmental load. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm paranoid about EMFs, electromagnetic fields, web routers, and so forth. But it also includes plastics, pesticides. They are endocrine disruptors. Lots of estrogen out in our community right now. Low dose, though. Chronic exposure, however, overwhelms the detoxification of our systems, and it overwhelms the mitochondrial systems. Environmental load. And I'd have to list medical fragmentation as the fifth cause. Symptoms treated in isolation, because everybody has pulmonologists, cardiologists, endocrinologists, whatever, footologists, handologists. It drives me crazy. Symptoms treated in isolation. Medications are added without addressing the root cause. Well, no one's taken the time to see if there was one or two root causes that cause all these symptoms. And no focus on the cell energy or resilience. In other words, no focus on physiology. Okay? No one's taking the time because there is no code for them to bill for brain power, using the brain and creative thinking, and crazy. But the denominator of all this, the food and the system, is mitochondrial decline. Nearly every chronic condition shares this. Loss of mitochondrial function. Why is this important? Well, the mitochondria regulate, and this is just a list I just printed up. Energy production, inflammation, nerve signaling, muscle power, brain function, immune resistance, and resilience. So what happens if your mitochondria output drops and they no longer produce this ATP energy? Well, your nerves misfire. Your muscles weaken. Your balance falters. You think slower. And your recovery is hampered and sometimes disappears. This is why people, they say, I feel off today. They feel off long before any disease is diagnosed, because the system is not prepared for this early diagnosis of mitochondrial dysfunction. The system waits for the engine to fail. It waits for a breakdown. But your biology has given you signals that you were in distress much earlier, okay, because you probably had some warning signs. And early warning signs we should never normalize. They are not inconveniences. They are biological alarms. Oh, I'm always tired. My doctor said it's normal as you get older. Well, I don't have a word that would keep me on the air to describe that. Neuropathy and tingling, not normal. Poor balance, not normal. Cold intolerance, sleep disruption, reduced tolerance to exercise, and an increasingly long medication list. These are ignored. They are early warning signs. And when they are ignored, decline accelerates. Now, just to give you a little hook about what I'm going to be talking about next year, because this all has to do with aging and senior living. When people enter a retirement or a senior living already biologically depleted, the environments in these facilities fail to support energy, movement, light, nutrition. If they do, they can accelerate this decline. So if you go into a facility, you think, I want to make my life easier, and you already have these symptoms and you are already biologically depleting, these senior living facilities may fail to support that. They may not provide the energy, the movement, the light, the nutrition. In fact, they may do the opposite and continue and accelerate your decline. So I'm starting to expose this on my Substack articles. And one thing I will post soon is when senior living dining undermines your health. You want to be healthy, but the dining room may be working against you. And just to go on with that, after New Year, I want to be releasing a multi-part podcast series examining senior living more deeply, not to criticize, but to inform before damage is done. Today's episode is a little bit about the foundation of that. You have to regain control. Earlier illness is not inevitable, but prevention requires seeing the problem early and not just telling everybody, oh, it's because you're old. Because your health span, it depends on energy. Remember, we are energy beings. If we get down around 40 hertz, we start to die and get cancer, but we should be up around 50, 70, 80 hertz. Have high energy, be around high energy people. So health span depends upon energy. It depends upon strength. It depends upon circadian rhythms. It depends upon eating real food, not fake food, not ultra-processed food. And health span depends upon going to physicians and healers that are thoughtful about medicine. Ignore these, and I will bet your decline begins early. Support them, and aging changes dramatically. So I want to beat you over the head for this. Please subscribe to my Substack, Dr. Ron. Download that Podbean app and follow Dr. Ron, Dr. Ron, unfiltered, uncensored. And my goal is not about fear. It's about foresight. And remember, those that follow me, I do not filter the truth. I amplify it. And because I don't filter the truth, my podcast on YouTube called The Real Health Rebellion Radio already had one episode taken down because I told the truth about the flu and the flu vaccine. Okay? So please follow me, and I will be talking more about these issues in the coming year. And I wish everybody a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. Remember, people get the flu because of lack of sun, too much sugar, too much stress, and their immune system gets worn down. You must have a superior interior. You must have your microbiome. Your immune system is in your gut, and if we put a lot of alcohol in there, a lot of sugar, it destroys it. So with that, and keeping it short, I want to thank you for listening, and wish you all a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. And I will see you right before New Year's and New Year's Eve. So have a great day today, and see you later. Ciao.
Hey everybody, Dr. Ron's finished for today. I hope you got some good wisdom for what the man had to say. If it's all about good health, he's the man you got to see. He has a lot more answers for you. So tune in next week when the doctor is in the house. Or when the doctor is in the house. And let the doctor know what's bothering you. When the doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. I'm sure he can tell you just what to do. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you when the doctor is in the house.